Hey y'all, I'm Sharente, your abundant bestie, and welcome back to Unfiltered VidCon, the creator experience, where we dive into real moments, genuine connections, and the behind the scenes energy that makes VidCon 2025 so special. So grab your tea, open up your notes app, because today's guest is not only a powerhouse creator and entrepreneur, but she also brings out the best vibes, and she got to hang out with our homie Doctor Nos all over the convention area. I'm so excited to sit down with Calypso AI. Hey, bestie. Hey.
If y'all want, you can just call me Callie for short. That's what all my friends call me. But yeah, so excited to be here. So excited to share my experience at my first ever VidCon. And I'm a fairly small creator, and I am so fortunate that I get to work more right now in the back end with Dr. Nos. And it was so incredibly fun to hang out and meet everybody. And I wish I was able to meet more.
So y'all, we kept running into each other. Like, they're living their best life, I'm living my best life, and we just kept finding each other. It wasn't even intentional. We're not messaging, nothing. The universe is sending us together. And so after really thinking about how I wanted to curate this particular series, I was like, I want to get all perspectives. She got to hang out with our homie, Dr. Nos, the entire time. So she has a different way of seeing VidCon. So with that being said, can you share a little bit more about yourself for those meeting you for the first time? Can you share a little bit about your journey as a creator and entrepreneur? What's your focus? And what are you most passionate about right now?
Well, so I started way, way, way back in the bottom, like pushing carts at grocery stores, you guys. So just know that you want to achieve a dream, you can get there. And it doesn't have to stay a dream if you take steps towards a goal. And from pushing carts to moving up into corporate sales and then realizing, man, creators really have the best of both worlds. They get to have fun and they get to make money having fun. So I want to do that too. And then, everybody these days, you're doom scrolling on social media. And this ad just happens to know my internal thoughts because you know how, those systems be creeping, right? But it spoke to me, and it was an ad for a huge faceless creator. I'm not sure if I can name him or not, but it was a huge faceless creator known very much well through the community of YouTube creators. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to take my corporate sales money and pay for this high level course that most people probably can't afford. But I had the lucky moment that I did before I lost that job. And I scraped and did everything to pay for the rest of that course because that's what this meant to me. And sorry, I'm getting a little emotional talking about it. So that was over a year ago, and started making my own YouTube. Then there was AI, and I learned about AI. And then I used AI images and did a little of like manipulating with Runway and had a few videos. And then life kind of took me in a different direction. So all that kind of dragged me away until I was able to get back into it this year. And I just happened to meet Dr. Nos in creator space. And a lot of creators float around like Twitter, Discord, all sorts of other communication areas because yes, you can comment on his YouTube, but surprise, Dr. Nos also has his own Discord. So, make sure to follow our favorite Unk. But so he had put out this comment that, oh my gosh, guys, I need help with my channel. Anybody willing to help? And he had posted that a few times because I'm more like a fly on the wall, pretty shy, just like, I'm still learning. I don't know, but I know enough because I took a high level course. And I was like, well, no one's really responding to this man who, you take a look at his YouTube channel. Oh my gosh, he has 1.2 million subscribers. He knows a lot, but then why is he asking for help? So then I decided to send him a message. And from there, we got here. It's been pretty cool getting to work on the back end with him. And he's really funny, really smart, really creative, and really passionate about not only science and funny videos, but about the kids that he's fan base and just putting out more and more knowledgeable and interesting comment, but rolling it in with roast comedy. So it's been a fantastic time. And if we're talking about what am I passionate about, all sorts of stuff. All sorts of stuff. I love art. I love fun times. And I just, with everything that's going on in the world, I just want people to be happy again. And I will do anything and everything I can to keep growing and keep bringing positivity. But with that, there are some pretty awful people out there who hide behind ones and zeros and meme accounts that will go out of their way to tear anybody down. So if anybody is a newer creator like me and you see some negativity in your comments, just know that there's something wrong with that person. They're having a bad time in their life, and it's okay to tell them, don't do that. Hey, that's not okay. And I will go out of my way and throw satire, roasty content on them because no, I will be the troll of the trolls. You can't troll. That is not acceptable. And if you want to say that's something I'm passionate about, then sure, that's okay too. Because at the end of the day, it's for laughs.
It makes sense. Here, every person has their own, I'll say, superhero cape and like what they've been called to do. And I will say, someone claps at me, I clap right back. Because the thing is, I don't mind clapping for one another. I have no issues. Okay, I have no issues. So I love all of that. I love that you took a chance on yourself and it's yielding you great results. So my first one being, with this being your first one ever going to it, did you have any intentions or goals for yourself or your brand while you were helping out Dr. Nos?
Well, I mean, the goals with or without Dr. Nos were always going to be get monetized, right? Start with some arbitrary number that seems achievable, like 2,000-3,000 a month, and then go from there. Like I know Dr. Nos is doing fairly well into the six figures if you were to add his averages per month with what he's doing now. So I'd like to get back to that and then see where I can advance from there. And then not only stop there, but consider using the funds to invest in other spaces. Like I can use the money to, sorry, let me start over. So using the money for other spaces, like I'm passionate about maybe starting a tech company, right? Maybe small little startup, helping. I have several creators in third world countries. You'd be surprised at how much $20 for us can go for someone like them in Pakistan or India or Africa or any of those places. Even my friend in Serbia, a little can go a long way for them. So all these things are things to take into consideration, right? In countries like that, send a donation for someone in a country that's ravaged by war. There's so much that we can do besides just waste it on a Lamborghini. And that's kind of what I'm looking at. And that's what I hope to achieve and continue to achieve.
I love that. And as someone that has a team that is not based in the United States, and I have no issue saying that, I tried hiring US people. They had other things that took priority over helping me. I'm going to be very transparent, even though I was paying them. So I said, you know what? I guess I'm going to go overseas. So majority of the help that I get is literally from overseas because I do know it makes a difference. And my thought process is, why not help another person's GDP? Why not? You know, like why not be international with your money? But that's just me. And I love that like you have a heart for that as well because it is needed. It does need to be evaluated when it comes to looking at everything from a holistic space and bridging the gaps that are clearly there with true and the best possible solutions that can exist. So my next question for you is, how did the creator track or overall like energy compare to your expectations?
Well, I went in with zero expectations. I was just like, I have no idea what VidCon is. I've never been to one. I've been to conventions before. Like, y'all, I'm so old. Wait, I shouldn't say this. So I've been to all sorts of conventions, realtor conventions. I've been to Comic-Con a few times back when you could still get into Comic-Con before Comic-Con was impossible to buy a ticket for. And so I really went in not knowing what it could be like, but I had an idea what a convention was. And so going there and just kind of vibing the whole time, not sure what to expect, not sure what was going to happen. And just like, really, I think Dr. Nos and I spent it was supposed, okay, so this was the thing. I live in San Diego, and he was flying into Anaheim where the convention was happening. And I was like, well, shoot, I'll just come drive up and I'll pick you up. Well, his flight got so delayed that we didn't get to make it to the Wednesday preview night that was originally scheduled. And I was like, okay, well, that was a bust. So then Thursday, we just kind of ran around not knowing how to do anything, what to do, anything. We just kind of explored. And because the app, VidCon had an app and it was confusing and we didn't understand. Neither of us could figure it out. So we're just like, okay, well, we just kept bumping into people. We checked out the third floor, the second floor, the first floor, the outside. And then the second day was kind of when we kind of had a more like, okay, there's a little entourage now. We got Amber, we got Violet, and her wonderful music. Y'all need to follow all these lovely people. I got to run into Santa. Santa was out there. Yeah, I gotta show you the picture. Y'all won't believe it. I'll see if there's a picture of me with Santa. And then Dr. Nos said, hey, we have this networking event. And okay, y'all, I look cute today, but like Friday, I was not dressed cute. I was just dressed like, okay. And Friday was the big networking event where we got to meet a whole bunch of creators, have all sorts of fun. There was a guy who dressed up as a giant Labubu, you guys. I got to have a picture and dance, and Sharante got to dance with a giant Labubu.
Do y'all see this video right here? Look at her being all cute and so. Look at this photo. Look at this photo. Look at this photo. And look at this photo. Please no. I think I sent it to you, but I took photos and videos of you, my love. Mm-hmm.
Wait, you have the video of you?
I do.
Yeah. So, and that was just one of the highlights. I got to run into a few of my creators that I followed for a long time, Eugene, ADHD founder. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I got to get a selfie with Eugene. And then Dr. Nos and I were chatting about something. He saw one of his favorite creators who had y'all, okay, picture this, a backpack with a golden retriever puppy. Like, how freaking adorable. We're like over there, okay, I'm filming Dr. Nos's fan moment, right? And then we run into Trickshot. Trickshot has a gigantic following on TikTok, on Instagram. He's known for all his cool, awesome, physics-defying whatever that he does. And I was just like, why? I get to just watch like these two businessmen talk about business and social media, and it was so cool. And there's so many moments I could name, but those are the ones that kind of came off the top of my head right now.
I absolutely love that. So those are like really great experiences. Like, did anything about this year's event spark any new ideas or shifts for you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So many. Gosh, and I could keep going and talking about what happened at VidCon too. I completely skipped the fact that for 2 days in a row, Dr. Nos needed help with filming him interviewing kids as he was quizzing them science facts so he could give away free Robux. So you get $10 Robux. I think there was one where he gave $20 or 25, but most people got $10 Robux to answer science questions. And it was so cute and so adorable and so fun to see people, their brains try and figure out what is the color of a polar bear's skin.
It's a great question. I don't think I will get the answer right, but it's a great question.
It's around my house. I have some hints around my house.
Here's the thing. I have 2 guesses, and that's why I said I don't even know. Because the thing is, I think he also had it where you could double or nothing too, and that's how you got to the 25.
Yeah, on the second day he decided no, he's just gonna do just do the 10, and he felt that too. He was like, oh, I really shouldn't let people walk away with nothing. I really should have give them one more chance so they at least got something. So then we changed that strategy, and I wish we could have had more days to interview more kids and be able to give away more Robux, because he's just such a wholesome person that he just wants everybody to have fun.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I loved about it, because that's what Harold, that's when I first pulled up. I was like, oh, so he's going to do interviews in front. Okay, he has a queue now. Okay, I see you, sir. So I absolutely love that, you got to experience, the content creation side of VidCon, but the business side at the exact same time. Is there anything that you're going to take to apply to your business now? To ask you the last question one more time. So
Well, I would have to say the biggest shift was to stop doubting myself and seeing more and more creators, and especially creators like Trickshot and Dr. Nos, who have these multi levels of, hey, I have all these other business ideas, and to also open my eyes to the backside, right? If you get in the creator space, you're not limited to being a face creator. You can be a faceless creator. I met people that specialize in doing the Minecraft and the Roblox, and they were fantastically hilarious. One kid was like, "Oh yeah, no, I tried to do software engineering college course for a semester, and then I was like, why would I waste my time on this when I can just enjoy what I'm doing and make money from it?" And then so that it really helped shift this little nagging thought that's like, oh, what if, and oh, I can't maybe, and that all went away. And not only that, but there's this other ecosystem behind the creator space. There's vendors, there's businesses, there's other things you can do and still be a part of the creator economy. Because for me, as I saw at the end of it, it's a media production, it's business. And so that's the thing that really kind of 360, 180 all started to click and make more sense to me. And with that, it just gave me further motivation to keep moving forward, keep learning, keep growing, keep collaborating. And I'm so thankful that I got to connect with someone that's such a big creator like Dr. Nos, with now over 1.5 million subscribers on YouTube, and got to meet all the wonderful people that I have, whether they have a big following or not, because everybody had something that I could learn from. And that was the most wonderful thing.
I love that those were your shifts, and that you, girl, the stinking thinking is coming to a complete halt, because that train is one of the most annoying trains I've ever been on in my entire life, is having to constantly doubt yourself and say, am I enough? Especially when you're in the new space of the unknown, where the what ifs are going to happen, but it's not what ifs as in like for the negative. It's what if, like, what if I do get 10,000 this month? What am I going to do with it? Like, what if I get an article published here? What if, like, kind of thing. And I love that you made that shift. So let's talk about more about the hanging out and networking, because I'm nosy. Please know, I'm nosy. Hi, that friend. I'm nosy. So you got to like connect with a lot of amazing people at VidCon. And during your time, even with spending with Dr. Nos, which looked like a total vibe, because like I said, I kept running into y'all and y'all were chill but happy and like here all at the exact same time. So how did those connections shape your VidCon experience? Were there any like favorite moments during like your time together or separately or anything like that?
Oh my gosh, there was so many. I will list what I can remember, but I will sort through the videos and I'll send Sharante what I have and she'll put whatever together. But I'll just share what I can remember. So the first day, we're confused. We're running around, we're visiting all the places, and we're just trying to figure stuff out. And we're running into some people that Dr. Nos knows. And so I think the first day we did come across Amber and Violet, but we didn't like interact too much. We weren't all following each other around. But by the second day, we just happened to crash into each other again. And then we just became a little 4-person entourage and just kind of spent most of the day at the con together. We went to this vendor area. What was it called? I think it was called Pop. I think it was called Pop Store. I'm trying to remember what it was called. I should know what they're called.
Are you talking about Popped Out Store where we had to do a therapy couch?
Yes, that one. That one.
I know exactly
Yeah.
what you're talking about,
Okay.
because we went to therapy.
Okay, the therapy line was too long for us, so we opted for some of the other activities instead. And one of the activities, which, okay, I will tell you all this. It looked super easy, but it was super, super hard.
You mean
And
Operation?
yeah, it was the giant game of Operation. They have this giant thing, and you get these like metal tongs like this long. They're like, and then they're like, okay, take these, and you're gonna pick the little pieces out. It beeped so much. Like the guy was like, you get three lives basically. I died in like 2 seconds.
Here's the thing. He didn't even count mine. He just gave it to me. And I was like, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah. And then like no one was there for therapy. So we went to the therapy couch and the woman was like, you two both want to do it? And cause I was with Johnny. And we're
Okay,
like,
okay.
sure, why not? Let's go ahead and sit. And then we sat and then we talked to her and it was a good time. And then we did you did the catch the thing, oh my gosh, catch the tickets, and you can't
No,
get like think white. So there was like this catch the tickets time thing if you filled out the entire form.
Yeah.
And then they would give you something. And so we and him filled everything out. We changed our pop store like URL like we were supposed to on our profile.
Right.
We did what we had to do.
You're right.
But I can say that entire thing was a vibe. And can I also say when I was standing in line looking at other people do operation, I was stressed. I think that operation gives us PTSD that we don't even know about from our childhood. Because that game, even the tiny version, had us in a moment like, do not touch the metal on metal. Because you're going to hear the zap sound and it just feels so uncomfortable. Like, so when I saw it, I was like, and then Johnny went and he did such a good job that I was like, so when I say I understand you,
yeah, I think we collectively, like, we took turns. We all tried to do it multiple times. So eventually we got the little stamp to move on to the next thing. So that was fun. And then YouTube had their own activity on a different floor. You could go in, you could play. There was also a win game, or with the little tickets float around and you're like trying to catch all the things. So if I can find the video, I'll try and send that to you because y'all can look and watch me be just.
It's interesting. They kick them up and it's interesting. I know exactly what thing the virtual live thingy, whatever thing that they had. I know exactly what you're talking about. They had a lot of different things. I think they modeled after them, but also like the amusement park because please tell me you played whack-a-mole.
I think they said the highest you could get to was like 520 or 530. And one guy told me he got it with two hands. And then I'm over here like, I think I got to 510 with one hand. But guess what? Our favorite Unk maxed it out at 530 all by himself.
Wow. I see
He was
him.
like getting it. He was getting it. Like, y'all see him talk fast on his videos. He has fast hands too.
Dude, because the thing is, I was like this. I got 470 because I was like, get it. Call it
and
day.
most people average like 200 to 300. Just so everybody knows, like the bar, the average was 200 to 300. So like I don't want to be like skill issue.
Precision, okay, and those rolls were going to disappear. Okay, we were to disappear night. Okay,
you have a skill issue. I'm saying that no. Well, I shouldn't say that.
I'm just saying for that game, they went night. They went in the ground. They went in the machine again. They had to pop back up and resurrect just so go back down. Okay, That's all I'm saying. I had fun. Did you guys? I didn't get to do skee ball. Did you guys get to do that one?
No, I didn't. I wasn't too interested in the skee ball, but they did have this fun creator space where they recorded a very dynamic video of you. There was like lights, cameras, a little props, a thing you could write a little message on. So I'll send that to you too. And then there was, it was just all just glam. It was so glam. And it was so cute to not only do it, but watch some other creators be over there and making their own videos while you're waiting in line because with every game you played, you got these little tickets. And at the end of the ticket line, you got to pick a prize. And with the prize, you get these cute little charms that you keep forever as a little memory token that you were at this super awesome event. So that was really cool. Oh, and they had cotton candy and cupcakes, but they always ran out of cupcakes when I went there. So
all I saw was the cotton candy. All I saw was that because if I'm not mistaken, you guys didn't you guys do that room like twice?
Yeah, we did that room twice because the one day I wasn't dressed as well for it, and then the next day I was dressed all cute. And I will tell you guys, going to any convention looking cute, which big shout out to all the cosplayers that I did see out there. It was super cute to see a bunch of cosplayers at VidCon. OMG, no, the shoes I picked. You gotta commit to something.
You learned. I kept my feet wrapped because I already know at conventions, my circulation is not going to be the same as it is on every other day. So I get you. I understand you. We are here because it is silliness, my friend. It is silliness.
Yeah.
I love that you had so much fun with the YouTube because it was a vibe. Like, it really was a vibe. I had so much fun.
It was a total vibe.
And I can say, like, okay, so we talked about the fun stuff, okay? Now for the serious stuff.
Okay.
Ready for it?
Wait, I didn't even get to tell you about the outside. The outside was a whole bunch of food trucks. There was also outside activities you could do. There was one where you could throw confetti, and you got a little film video of you looking super happy with all this confetti falling down. And they had 2 food trucks where you got free food, and one was little tiny foods. So you get a little itty bitty little like cute little like one bite, and then another one where at 3 p.m. you got a little thing of shaved ice and a cake pop. And then if they were nice, and if you were nice, you could ask for 2 cake pops.
I did not experience any of the outside like at all. When I said like, so for me, my VidCon was different. I was very heavily focused on brands and meeting with creators at networking parties, not specifically VidCon itself. I had very like short period of time while I was at VidCon because I'm also was thinking about my sleep level. And mind you, during that entire
Right.
week, I had 4 hours of sleep every day. Okay, question for you though. How many hours did you get?
There might have been a night or two where I only got 4 hours of sleep because, like, Friday was the day that was the longest because we went to the networking event after VidCon. So VidCon generally ended around 5 or 6 p.m. and the networking event started around 6 p.m. And on the invite, right, it says, don't be late, spots are limited. So then we show up and it's the slow trickle and then you're there and then it's like, okay, it's 7, it's 8. And before you know it, bam, it was 10 o'clock. And then you're trying to say goodbye and then it's 11. And then you're trying to finish the goodbyes and now it's midnight and then I'm driving home. And then it's an hour plus for me to get home. And then my cats, I have 2 cats, they're wondering, where have you been?
All day.
All day. How could you leave us like this? So yeah, definitely it's crazy how little time you end up finding out you have when you go to a convention, when you have, like Sharante said, back-to-back bookings of networking, this and that, this and that. And this was also Dr. Nos's first VidCon. So for him, he was like, oh man, I really wanted to spend some time to network with people as well. And so going to that networking event was wonderful, such a wonderful experience. And yeah, but there was so much. There's so much. There was a robot floating balloon guy. There were talks. So there were some talks that we got to sit in on. There was one really insightful talk where they said that more and more creators are being picked for brand deals, for promoting brands, because people find you more authentic than some random actor. And that the acting community and the creator community are colliding. All right. You guys start to see more and more creators in that Hollywood-esque type space. So if you're really into wanting to be in that space, then this is the best place to start that journey. On the first floor, you know, you have the outside fun activities, food trucks, activities. They had bubble guns and yeah, it was such a great time. And then there was also an outdoor area. I saw someone dressed as a Wednesday doing full dance routine, and I'm so upset I didn't get to record it. So there was that, and a whole bunch of other creators just doing things. I have one creator dressed up as a Lorax, and we did a whole skit, so that was funny. And yeah, and then we had, see, there was a creator who saw me on Friday, and then on Saturday didn't recognize me. So that was funny. And then and then Sharante has all the footage, so y'all see why. And then on going through the convention floor, there was just, it was an overwhelming amount of things to wait in line for, between getting pins at the Disney one. There was a Furby one. I got to dance with Furby. There was this like cat plushie one. There's just so many I couldn't even name. There was what was it? There was like a Chubby Nuggie, and he was
You
like,
mean Tubby
yeah,
Nugget?
Tubby Nugget. Yes, Tubby Nugget. Oh my god, I got to like just, he was bouncing. It was so cute, so cute. So many things there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to journal it before it all leaves my mind. It was just such an incredible experience.
It was a great week. So, my question to you is what was a highlight or big surprise from VidCon or one of the after parties? Whether it's a new connection, unexpected opportunity, or just a memorable moment that you really didn't see coming.
I'm like loading screen right now. What I didn't see coming, how wonderful everybody was, even if you're a new creator, how humble some of the bigger creators could be, and how inspiring that everybody was when behind the scenes you just got to talk to them side by side. And there was a big I think like a Minecraft creator that Dr. Nos knew also, that I got to, or I hope he was a Minecraft. I don't want to cite the wrong game. Let's just say he was a game creator that we got to hang out when we were dancing with Furby. And I think he was the one that took the pictures of me when I was in the little Disney area. So yeah, there was just so many fun things. We got little skits with Violet. Amber told me more about her little mini, the little mini things that she does for her videos. And I think I wouldn't say there was too many surprising moments, too many highlights, and I feel like I named a lot of them. But I guess I could say maybe the most wholesome moment, like besides meeting you, obviously. I mean, that's like peak obvious. Like
I
I
was
shouldn't
like,
have
I
to
don't
say
want
that,
to
but
count that.
yeah,
I was like, I'm
let's
just here.
peak obvious was that for our last day. I'm gonna cry. Sorry, give me a minute. We could
It's
pause.
okay.
Sorry if you hear my cat. It's just my cat.
You're all good. I've been watching the cat. The cat's been watching me back. Me and that
There's
cat have a mutual understanding.
yeah, there's two of them, but I think everybody
I've only
just
seen
saw
the white one.
he will sit on command for
Oh,
a treat. Yeah, he'll sit for a treat,
wow, food motivated.
but only when he wants to. But no, he will sit for a treat. Sorry.
You're okay.
Okay.
We
All
are
right.
here.
Sorry. We're okay. We're back.
Mhm.
The sun's going down, so my lighting's looking weird as we keep going.
You're good, love bug.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So I would say it was surprise and wholesomeness was us all four by the end of it. Amber, Violet, Dr. Nos, and me decided we were going to walk several blocks from the convention and go have Cheesecake Factory, of all things, as the last thing before we all kind of go separate ways. And it was so cute to sit there and just talk about all sorts of things, from the con to the people to what we all got to do, what we all maybe didn't get to do, what's next for us, and how this was all supposed to be a business expense. And that memory will sit with me forever.
Get it? I understand it. I know why you're in the feels. My first VidCon was last year. And the last dinner that I had out there, it was actually a private exclusive invite only event. And I got to go because of the fact that I knew someone who knew someone who knew the host and was able to get us in. So that dinner, it was one of the biggest LinkedIn influencers. It was Jenny Hoyo. It was her lawyer. It was her mom. It was Jonas Donuts. It was a lot of great people. And this is how I closed out my VidCon. And I was like, yeah. And then mind you, the next day I was going to do a Bobby Brown commercial that I got the opportunity from the previous night, because I went to a networking party, and Johnny, Jay Sackstar, I always say Johnny. I'm just going to say Johnny. He talked me up to the partnership lead over at Jubilee. And they're like, well, we're
Wow.
recording the Bobby Brown commercial for on Sunday. Are you still going to be in LA? And I was like, I can make it work. So I called my dad, and I got to stay like an extra day at his house so that I could go up and record for that, and then drive back
Wow.
out to Vegas.
Oh
So
my gosh.
I get it. I understand the feels. Like, my first VidCon has a special place in my heart, and I feel that from you right now. And I honor the tears of gratitude. I honor that gentle moment,
Yeah.
because like, a lot of people will be like, "Oh, I'm gonna back away because they're crying." Here's the thing: it's okay to cry tears of gratitude. It's okay to cry tears of anger, sadness, frustration. It's okay to cry, period. It lets me know how strong you really are. So I thank you for being open enough to like have this moment, because you don't have these moments every time. When your
No.
guard is up, your guard is up. So I thank you for. No, I'm being serious. Like, this, I treat what just happened as a, hey, this is why I said I hold sacred space,
Yeah.
and you can cry and it's okay, because I know there are
Well,
tears of gratitude because I felt it.
yeah, because like VidCon was one of those like happy sad moments. You know, it's like, okay, I'm super happy I got to have this, but it's gonna be a while before I get to see everybody again together.
Mm-hmm. But we can talk online, and that's what I like about
But
the
we can
online
talk online,
community.
and that's what I love about it. Yes, and which reminds me that, right, like more fun things that happened because of the convention are the people I was able to network with, a few new friends on Discord, a few new friends on Instagram, and new collab friends. Like I met this young actor named, I think, Zach, hopefully I get his name right, Ditmar, and he is down to do skits with me. And so we have that planned. And then you and I have podcast stuff planned. Dr. Nos and we're going to be working actively on getting multiple languages launched for his channels. I have my other friends, we're going to be launching these fun science, maybe AI channels, but I'm going to be looking at sustainably sourced AI because I know that is something that's controversial out there. I'm coming across people that are team AI or not team AI, and for me, I'm like, why not have both? It's going to cost me maybe $20 a month in electric, and I can run open source software on my own PC, and then it's still AI, but I'm not burning the forest and I'm not drying the ocean. So for me, I feel like where there's a will, there's a way, but I think technology is here to stay. So why not embrace it to the future?
I love that. I'm just gonna breathe for a moment. No, because sometimes you just have to give it air. Sometimes it's not meant to be filled with anything right after. Even though I know this is an interview and I know y'all watching right now, you're like, sure, but calm. We're here. Calm. Okay. So my next question for you, bestie, is as someone who's both a creator and an entrepreneur, what have you learned about building an authentic community specifically? What have you learned?
I have learned to continue to be yourself, but also continue to learn, continue to grow, continue to be open, but at the same time, have boundaries. And I know that sounds like a lot. And for some of you, it might not make sense quite yet, but having journeyed from where you are to where you want to be, it's going to be a hard climb. The world is not made to help you succeed. The world is made to help you stay a certain place. And if you know deep down your heart and go back to when you were a little child and knew, hey, this was the dream I had, and this was the dream I want to achieve. And as long as it's something that helps the people around you, then don't stop yourself. And I will now, especially meeting the people that I have and seeing what I have, know now and forever that I will not stop and I will keep going.
I love that. I love that. No, because it's so true. Being yourself is how you build an authentic community. And when you take the time to heal yourself, you're also taking the time to help heal your community. And so I absolutely love that. So just to like ask more questions about this, because I'm poking. Yeah, I'm poking.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
nosy. Okay. How do you keep things real and connected both online and in real life? Because we have personally seen, we're not going to mention no names, a disconnect for some people from online to in real life. And then some people, they were able to bridge them both together and keep it real and connected because that's who they were. So how do you keep it like that?
Well, I will tell you the best way that I can tell you is there's this quote that it's lonely at the top. And it's lonely because the more and more you go the path that's less traveled by, the more and more the people that don't get it will just leave you behind. And that is something that you will have to take in going this journey. And that's the best way I can articulate it. And I know it probably sounds a little abstract, a little metaphorical, and a little philosophical even, but it's just how people are. I have my circle that I had in the real world, but as I get more and more in the creator space, more and more they've fallen away. And the more I try to communicate with people in the physical world that I'm in the creator space, the more and more they go, what are you talking about? Doesn't YouTube take 10 years to get you somewhere? And don't you only get one view per video? So why even bother? Don't let the masses stop you from being you. Don't let the blind leading the blind out there tear you to pieces before you even put the first brick down for your home.
I get it. I get it. You keep it real by keeping the vision and loving yourself enough to know that if it's really meant to be, y'all will find each other again. And that's
Yeah.
okay. And if it's not meant to be, it's okay.
Yep.
Either way. And I will say this is why I said like I love meeting my online friends in real life because I met Johnny last year and it was like I was just so happy because this is his time he comes to America and I am so excited every single time. Okay, I'm excited every single time because I'm like, yes, where are you? Let's go ahead and meet because I know it's my one time a year I can go see my friend besides me flying out to Canada. Like it's literally like it's that time. So I love that you're keeping it real, you're keeping connected, and you know that it's not because you don't want to be outside, but not everybody outside's understand what's happening on the inside, if you feel me.
Yeah,
So I
and
get it.
they just live in a different world. You know, you have this digital world where you have this community that are like minded, and then you have this outside world of a mother, a sister, a brother, a best friend who are like, well, why would you want to do that? And you're like,
Yeah,
sometimes we have to look at the people around us, and sometimes we have to decide, I love you, but you're not my people. And that's okay.
exactly. Exactly. I've had that happen too. They're like, why would you give up your IT job? I was like, I never said I'm giving up my IT. I never said I was going to stop IT. All I said was, I also have this other thing too. Like, I have two things working for me, not just one. And it's okay
Exactly.
for this other thing to work for me too. So I completely get you. So for anyone watching this, they probably picked up so much value from you. For anyone that's watching who wants to turn their creative work into a business or launch their own product, what's one I'm looking at you. One piece of advice that you share from your experience.
Everybody has some specialty that they have. And you take that specialty and apply it as your niche and put it as your brand. Eventually, it will evolve into something that is you. And that is probably the easiest way to be somebody in an ocean of content where when you start, everybody is nobody. So that is probably my best advice is find a specialty, find something that, okay, you see a community keep asking for advice in a certain way and you keep seeing the same useful but non-useful information and you're like, hey, I know about that, but I got a different angle. Throw it out there. Throw it out there. And if it doesn't work, see what is working for some of the other creators and go, what can I take from them to apply to my brand and try again? Because the more you fail and get up again and get back on that horse to go ride out into the sunset, the more you're going to find the success you're looking for.
That I'm going to add in, don't compare or you'll live in despair. In addition to that, you don't steal because that means you're just unhealed. Because when someone hears take, that's what I'm adding this in here. When someone hears the word take, they sometimes think they can just steal someone else's content and that's the way to do it. I'm going to let you know this from 15 million hundred. I work with too many companies. There are too many softwares where we could now start flagging that stuff and then start doing DCMAs to get that stuff taken down and we can get full accounts removed because you stole content. So I just want to say that when she says take, she means take the lessons that you learn from them. If they're doing their hook a certain way, figure out how you're going to do the hook for you and how you speak, because how they speak and how you speak are two different speaks. Two different ones, but you can say, hey, I like the way they articulate their words. So you know what? I'm going to get better at my diction. I'm going to start saying words and making sure I'm saying it the way that I want to be perceived. And it's the real me, of course, not you're practicing to make perfect because you're perfect as you are. And that's what she's saying is you're perfect as you are. Just show up in that perfection because that perfection is unique.
So I would say if we're looking at, because I hope everybody studied a little bit of math. If you're looking at us as a graph, right? And you have these graphs that, let's say perfection is here. So picture the graph like this, and perfection is here, and you are here. That we probably will never reach perfection. Humans are inherently flawed. All technology will and always be inherently flawed. So yeah, don't worry. There will always be a back end to the Death Star, okay? But besides that, we'll always be close enough to perfection. But you have to be willing to grow. You have to be open to growing. And the more you grow, this exponential growth will help you keep pushing to that success. And you will always ever be closer to perfection. But don't stop growing. Don't stop learning. And growth is hard. Growth is uncomfortable. But instead of spending 3 hours scrolling through TikTok, you can spend half an hour watching your favorite creator, watch 20 other videos and go, okay, what are they doing that I can be doing and apply to my channel, right? But don't steal anybody's content. No, just study them, right? Like if you guys look at my Instagram right now, I have about the most ratioed looking follower count versus people I follow, because a lot of those I study. Okay, what makes this cat meme funny? What makes this skit funny? Why does this skit get more views than this other skit from the same creator? That's what I'm studying. And when you take that concept, the concept behind the concept, and apply it to your own space, that's where you can see yourself shine, and you don't have to worry about, I don't want to tell anybody what channel idea I'm doing. All the ideas are taken. All the ideas are taken. But there's always room for new ideas.
Yes, and I absolutely love it. Research, 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 research. So I know y'all got a lot of gems from her, and I know you're like, but where do we find her again? Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. That's my next question for her. See, we're right here, bestie. Okay, fourth wall break over. So for the folks who want to keep up with your journey, support your work, or just connect with you, where can they find you online?
The best places to find me would be my Instagram. You can follow me, Unhinged Calypso, and that's Calypso with a C, just like the sea goddess. And you'll also find me on TikTok, but I'm mostly on IG. It's been a little slow for me to post these days, but I do plan on posting a little bit more. I'll be launching my YouTube soon. I'm also on Kick, and I'll be streaming on there soon as well. And additional platforms for Substack and Blue Sky are coming.
Yay, I'm so excited. All that's going to be in the description below. So you got to check it out. I want to thank you, Callie, so much for sharing your story, dropping the wisdom bars, being yourself here. Because you're, like I said, to me, you are perfect just as you are. There's no, you still have to get there. You are that because you have always been enough in my eyes, personally for me talking to you. So I just want to thank you for even accepting my invite and my link saying, hey, if you want to, you can schedule. So I really appreciate it, like from the bottom of my heart, that you showed your heart and you gave us the unfiltered part of the unfiltered VidCon experience. I so appreciate you. Like, appreciate you. I can use words today. I promise.
Yeah, I've definitely had my struggling word moments, I feel like, throughout this entire interview as well. But no, I truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for having me. And it was so wonderful to meet you in person. Vegas isn't that far away, so girl, let me know. I'll come in.
You just gotta let me know, cause I do got a birthday coming up this month. Here, I'll drop a line, okay, one time, okay? So if you guys have enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with another creative or entrepreneur in your life. And put in the comment section like what gem you found most valuable about today. Cause she dropped bars. And I know y'all got something. So drop it in the comment section. And if you want more unfiltered stories and behind the scenes from VidCon 2025, check out the full playlist on my YouTube channel, which is linked right here, right after this video, as well as down in the description below with her links as well. Until next time, keep shining, keep building community, and stay unfiltered. Love y'all.